Hey everybody, it's me, Emma. Um, there's a couple of topics I want to talk about today, and I'm going to start with one, and that would be smoking. This is going to be a smoking update. I haven't made one in a long time. I don't remember the last time I made one, but I figured I'd let you guys know where I'm at with that, and I don't know, any thoughts that pop into my head about it. So if you're just tuning in, I was a smoker. I was smoking in the beginning of my pregnancy and had a problem with it, and I'm now 40 weeks and 1 day pregnant, and I haven't been smoking since I quit. I have cheated a couple of times and I've had a handful of cigarettes since that time. Sit down. And yeah, and the times that I had those cigarettes were, really stressful times. And stress is not always, it's not a good excuse to smoke cigarettes, but sometimes you reach a point where you're just like, I need something. whatever I can do to get me out of this hysteria, I'll do it. Like one of the times it was, I don't know, after one of my doctor's appointment, and I was like crying the entire appointment. I don't even remember what for, but I was crying the entire appointment. And we even talked about in that appointment, like, what kind of things I can do to, calm me down. She's like, we can't really put you on antidepressants, or we can't give you anti-anxiety stuff because you're pregnant. And it was just like, I left the appointment basically like, I don't know what to do. And basically what it came down to was, I got to do something. And it was just like, my friend had asked me, what will help you calm down right now, and I was like, some alcohol and a cigarette, and that's what I did, and I don't really regret it, but I will say that, I didn't get like wasted or anything. I had a glass of wine and I had a cigarette, but I will say that in my experience with that, it wasn't as satisfying as I thought it would be. It was really just in my head. Like, I had that cigarette, and in my head I was like, there, that's what I needed, and I calmed down. But like, really, it didn't fix anything. Like, it got me a little loopy, but that was about it. But anyway, I can definitely say that I'm a non-smoker right now, because it's not part of my everyday life. The only time I ever think about it is if I'm walking down a sidewalk and somebody else is smoking a cigarette and I smell it, and that mental addiction is there, and then I go, I want a cigarette. But I don't, because I'm not a smoker, and I make that decision after I've smelled that cigarette and had that mental addiction, or that mental craving, or whatever. Made the decision that, well, it's not going to happen, so I let it go, and I forget about it until the next time I smell somebody smoking a cigarette. But yeah, I think what ends up happening is, sorry, text message. I think what ends up happening is, the more and more you say no to cigarettes, after you've gotten rid of the chemical addiction, where your body is literally craving them, cigarettes, after you've gotten rid of that, which only takes like 3 or 4 days, It might be a really hard 3 or 4 days, but if you can get through that, the next step is to conquer the mental addiction. And the longer you can do that, the easier it is to become a non-smoker. Like, it's been however many months now, and I went from like every single 5 minutes thinking about a cigarette, it was like controlling my life, to every so often, maybe once a week, maybe if that even, smelling a cigarette and wanting one and then letting it go. And it's like, just, it's over, it's with and done. And I don't have any guilt feelings about, now that I'm not a smoker, I don't have any guilt feelings about hurting the baby or, or whatever. I don't have that. It's just not part of my life anymore, which I'm really thankful for. So if there's anyone out there that's going through the same thing, it can be done. I mean, it wasn't on, a pack a day, 2 packs a day habit, but I did smoke like 10 or 12 cigarettes a day, and that's enough. It doesn't matter how much you smoke. If you're addicted, you're addicted. And it's just as hard as anybody else. And if you're pregnant and you smoke cigarettes, the best thing you can do is try to do something about it. The worst thing you can do is just say fuck it and don't try to do anything about it. So don't let anybody tell you, if you're pregnant and you're smoking cigarettes, don't let anybody tell you that you are a terrible mom for doing that. The only reason that you'd be a terrible mom is if that you consciously decided to not do anything about it. This video is partly directed to one of my viewers that contacted me. Won't name any names, but you know who you are if you're watching this. It's not easy. It's not easy. The whole entire process is not easy. Dealing with the guilt and dealing with the cravings and dealing with the mental cravings and reteaching your brain how to think about cigarettes. Like what it says in the book. I just read the book because I can't do what the book does, because it has a lot more to say than I do, and you have to go through it to get it. But one of the things the book says is, over time you have made excuses about why you smoke, and that's why you light up a cigarette, because it's like, well, I've had a really stressful day, so I'm going to smoke this cigarette. It reteaches you to think, well, I'm having a really stressful day, but I don't need this cigarette. The cigarette needs me. Anyway, I'm going to end this now, and good luck to all of you out there trying to quit smoking. And I swear to God, I don't work for Alan Carr, but if if you're trying to quit smoking, get the book. And I'm not promising any, positive outcomes, but it did help me. So, and the book didn't do anything. It was me. I'm the one that quit smoking, but it was definitely an aid in that. So, that's all I have to say. Good luck, and I don't know. Maybe I'll do another update about smoking further in the future. That's all. Talk to you later. Bye.